It's what we do. It's what we have to do. Our teams of creatives and studios and designers, they have stories to tell and things they want to show you and places they'd like to take you. That's what we're trying to do here at PlayStation. This coming year is going to be all about those kind of games
that we
can deliver to you in a way that's going to blow your minds. And tonight, we're beginning here in this tent, this church tent we've created here in Los Angeles to let you start that journey with us and let us tell you our stories for the next hour or so.
All right, so it's like an hour, you
said.
said.
Hour or so.
It is my great honor.
I'm going to guess like an hour 15.
And my unique privilege to invite to the stage, introduce
Hour
you 15,
though, that scares me. If they're going to give like in-depth stuff, right, that means a lot of gameplay, which means more time per game, which means actually less projects. That's what I'm hearing if I'm just running math in my head based on an hour or so.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh, Last of Us, or like isn't there guitar in that?
It's banjo.
Like some guitar playing.
I don't know. I
Some
never
banjo.
played the game. I just watched the game.
Banjo Kazooie.
So, oh, you know what?
That's Xbox.
Yeah, but who knows? So you're the only people not to do live music. We're not going to count Square because they have live events. So Microsoft, only person not to do live music. Shout out to Microsoft.
Really? Yeah, that's point Microsoft's corner for me at least.
When we were talking about the human experience earlier, this is not what I meant.
Is this a song to something that I just don't know?
I have no clue. If it is, I'm in the same boat. Chat, if you know what the hell is going on,
Yeah.
enlighten us.
Yeah, if anyone know what song or instrument has anything to do with this. I'm looking for like designs on the instrument to see if there's anything.
What's up?
Oh wait. Red Dead?
That's it. It's Red Dead. It's Red Dead. You're right, because we didn't see Red Dead. How did I forget there was no Red Dead?
Yeah, it's supposed to be Red Dead, okay.
Oh, you know what? There's rumors of a Superman game coming out from Batman. I forgot. We talked about it yesterday, I think.
This must be Red Dead.
So we might see Superman here.
This is probably Red Dead.
No, this is Red Dead. No, this
It must be. It must
This
be.
is Red Dead.
I can't think of anything else it would be.
If it's not Red Dead, something is really wrong right now.
Final Fantasy 7 just pops up on the screen.
See, here's the thing.
It's going
like,
on. It's long.
You can
as
play
soon as-
you can play
here's the thing,
banjos now.
As soon as we got into this like second verse here, they should have started fading up gameplay. Like that game had like scenic shots behind him of Red Dead. Like we need to get into it already. We need to start.
They're like, guys, nothing is ready. How can we distract them? I have a banjo.
I have a banjo.
Get out there!
The guy who recorded the Red Dead song is here. Get Knowles. See, there should be gameplay on the screen right now. Like, this is
This is long.
This is way too long. And it's not like, oh, I'm a millennial, I have a short attention span, oh my god. Like, no, this is just bad pacing.
I mean, it's the first thing you're doing. You know what I mean? Like, it's the first thing.
No, this is... No. This doesn't matter. It's not even good showmanship. It's just a guy playing a banjo. And Red Dead isn't about, like...
Banjos, yeah.
Red Dead isn't about simple, like, very steady appearance. It's about, like...
It's a Rockstar game.
Yeah, it's the craziness of the Wild West. That's not with this. That's not this. If this guy had the first verse, got up and was, like, just fucking jamming it, like, I'd be in. But, no. How long till we cut? 1?
That's 3 minutes.
Oh my god, he's getting off? Okay, Red Dead, right? Here we go, Red Dead. Bang, Red Dead Redemption. Or Last of Us 2.
30 seconds to get the footage.
Last of Us 2.
It's Last of Us.
Yeah. I knew it.
It's like 30 seconds from when he put down the guitar to actually get to the footage.
Not? Last
No, it's yeah.
Okay.
Oh, get it? Haha.
It's
Haha,
the
they're
same
in there.
theater.
Oh my god, it's such
Oh
a great
my
joke.
God.
Oh man, it's so funny because we're all there right now and we all feel like we're in that place right now, right?
Something to know.
Oh my god.
They built their whole set around one game.
And the one scene from the game. This might not even be in the game. This might be like a trailer scene too. Jesus Christ. I'm not.
Watch him be in the game.
That would be awesome.
This is so dumb.
Mike's already done.
This is so dumb. This is only as meaningful to like the 100 to 300 people in that room. Like the millions of people around the world right now. Like this it doesn't invoke anything in us because we're not there. It's meaningless. Like, if they were like showing shots of like the building and stuff like that throughout, like exteriors, whatever, like anything, any video portion with it, I could have maybe got more into it. But it's like no, it's like I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens here.
She's putting on quite the show.
Go away, idiot! She's a lesbian. I think that's Ellie, right?
Nah, it might be on page. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 2 weeks. since we
Yeah.
got together.
Not gonna happen.
I guess it's before everything
Yeah.
happens.
No, she's an adult now. She was a kid in the game.
Yes. What the hell's going on?
This is the sequel.
Make
This
it
is
one
years later.
Oh, okay.
This is probably like a civilization they built.
What took you so long? Oh, I'm here, aren't I?
Ina?
Jesse.
Ooh.
Wow, there you go,
Don't
buddy.
forget we leave at first light, so get some rest.
Yes, sir.
Idiot.
Such a dick. Come on. Why don't you start with me? Okay, I have a very serious question for you. How bad do I smell? Like a hot pile of garbage? Oh. Okay. Oh. How about that? Gross.
I will say these character animations are gorgeous.
Yeah.
Like the detail on her face, just like the smallest freckles.
It's giving me like that heavy rain vibe, but like way better.
It's pretty like if it wasn't intentionally stylized, this would be pretty close to like the Grand Moff Tarkin like Turing test visuals. Like
Or not. Maybe they're jealous of you. I'm just a girl, not a threat. Oh, Ellie.
Guess.
I think you should be terrified.
the bird would love. Fight!
The sexual
Kiss,
tension.
kiss.
Go! Bingo!
Wow, bird shipping this hardcore.
I ship it.
I approve, dude.
I'm not approving. It's just like
Some dude's gonna come over and go.
it's a
What's
little
going on
It's a
over here?
little rude to be like rooting for it.
Oh,
Good
dude.
transition.
Is that even a zombie? That's not a zombie.
No, it's a person. Shit, you gotta do to survive, dude.
Ah,
Oh, gameplay!
Here we go.
It would have been a lot cooler if
Is
she was
this a
stabbing
flash-
her in the face.
Flash forward or flash back? That's the question here.
No, yeah, you're right.
And so you don't play as the other guy. In this
He's
one.
in it apparently.
Okay.
Whoa, that was a good reveal. The one thing I'll give to Sony, they know how to stage their demos.
Agreed.
Like Days Gone, the Days Gone like staging of the character gameplay last time, phenomenal. Dude, this game is gorgeous. Give it up for Naughty Dog, dude. Naughty Dog just killing it again.
They are nasty with sin. What is free? Oh, shit! No! No! No!
Oh boy.
Yikes.
Spread out.
Someone's behind her.
Yeah, just trust that you know I'm back.
No,
over
but she can go up
somebody.
there. That would have been cooler though, I think.
Very good animations. I like that.
No, yeah, Naughty Dog just killing it. Is this the first project they've released? When did the Uncharted with the females come out?
I think that was. I think I lived in Carlisle. I think I was at my Temple apartment. So I think probably like a year or so ago. Maybe
Like
even longer.
last year or 2 years ago.
I think I want to say 2. But
So yeah, this is a really good because that I'm a clap early. Like, come on, Naughty Dog. Like, let's do it, dude. Since like they were specifically working on mostly Uncharted. Like they're just all films. They're films. They're interactive films. They're basically VR without the VR. You know. Combat very dynamic. Camera is amazing.
Yeah, this is all.
Is this a new camera system? Because this definitely isn't. This is definitely like obviously it's better than the last one, but this definitely doesn't like. It feels better like the last one by leaps and bounds, and it feels like it's better than Uncharted 2, but I really can't remember what the last Uncharted felt like.
This does feel like a very noticeably different camera. Absolutely.
The question is whether or not this is the actual camera, or if they like have done anything in post.
Yes, this is my wondering. Is this like all in game? Is this like rendered in any way?
This is in game. This is definitely in game gameplay. They're staging. Like they know when those guys show up there, so they're turning at the right time. They're stopping at the correct places.
Getting the reactions they want to get.
Right. The question is just whether or not maybe like they refocused or reprogrammed the camera in any way, or like did anything in post. That's my question.
Double back. Go.
Look at this shot. If it looks like that in the game at any point, great.
That is like really. It almost doesn't feel real. Like,
why would you do that, LeBron? It's gonna take you a good chunk of time to get out. You gotta wait for the other people to leave. Now you do it. See, now the other people know. Get away from the. Oh no!
Square, square, square.
See, this is a quality right here. Not afraid to punch a woman.
yeah, it is very astonishingly good looking.
Dude, this game is super sweet. I really hope you play as her most of the time. I'm definitely way more interested in her point of view than whenever.
I'm under the impression you would be. I feel like it's a continuation.
I think it's her story. And then there's probably gonna be points where you do play as him, but I think this is Ellie's story, and I'm really happy about that because I was way more interested in her character throughout the game than his character.
It does have a slightly scripted vibe to it, a little bit. Like
The
know
gameplay, yeah, they know, yeah. Like this part right here. This might be a cutscene though. This part, this sequence might be that little sequence right there might have been a forced action. But yeah, like
I wonder. I don't
also.
I don't remember. So
No, finish.
I don't remember too much from the first Last of Us. Is the HUD this minimal? Usually, I'm trying to remember. I think it is.
I can't remember. It's been too long.
No, it is.
I remember it being.
I also really, if I think about the HUD, I'm thinking about multiplayer, which obviously has more shit on it.
Yeah.
By the way, multiplayer for Last of Us, really good. Excited to see what they did for this one.
You didn't really need a very large HUD for the single player.
I will say though, the other reason I really hope that she is the main is because I feel like there's definitely, especially with the Tomb Raider games just feeling so generic, I really feel like there's not a lot of really good women icons for AAA games right now, and I think this is a really, really good female
I do agree that
icon.
Tomb Raider is a tad generic, whereas lacking a lot of character and depth. This is very.
The one should have been good. The one where she was dealing with all the PTSD from the first one of the new series should have been good, and I felt like they really kind of missed the boat on a few things. But knowing Naughty Dog, I'm really excited to. I don't know, like it's like.
Oh, that was good.
It obviously doesn't mean anything for me specifically, but I really think this is a good thing for gaming. And yes, that was very badass. This is one of those things right here where I can't tell if this is scripted or not.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it definitely feels scripted.
Yeah, this part feels a little done up. I do believe that's the animation we're going between things. It looks very familiar to the first game. Yeah, I feel like the camera has been pushed in post a little bit more.
Yes.
So like it's closing off things that normally you see from like behind. Walks out of the shadows. Good job, kid.
Is when we flash back to the dance.
Probably. Yeah, look at this. Wow. Dude, this trailer. That's what she did today.
See, I told you. You should be terrified.
Oh, all the scar on her eye, too. Did she get that in the first game, or was that just already there from something? I can't remember like she got scarred like that.
All right, let's see what they do now. Is anyone talk about it or?
No, we should move on. We're 18 minutes in. We're a little bit less because it started like a few minutes late, but banjo didn't need to play the whole song because we sat there listening to the whole song and the goddamn thing. Like,
No claps.
they probably all crapped. They all crapped already.
We might have missed them.
Yeah. Just go right into it.
Okay.
Cool graphic though. Definitely a fan. Oh. Okay, I felt.
That was a new look at The Last of Us Part 2.
It's pre-recorded.
We're here live in Los Angeles at the PlayStation E3 showcase.
Is it
We're
pre-recorded?
taking a quick
This feels like
intermission
daylight.
This is
while
different.
folks move along to the next part of the experience. We'll have a little bit more to share on that later. And I am joined by my good friend, Ryan Clements.
Hello, Mr. Schumann.
How are you?
I'm good. It's such a pleasure to be here at the PlayStation Showcase.
There's something going on there
and
that
it's
we're
gonna
not
be a
getting to
huge night
experience.
for
I think
Worldwide
that's what he
Studios
said.
a little later when the showcase resumes. And what better guest to have for joining us about Worldwide Studios than the chairman of Worldwide Studios, Mr. Sean Layden. Hello,
guys.
sir.
Yeah, good to be here.
I thought you were just on stage. How did you get up here?
Oh no, Sony!
Tube that I was dropped into and
flung
shot
right-
right across to the studio here.
Right
Yes.
over here. Well, it's
Yes.
good to have you here.
Well, it's
so-
great to be here, and I think that was a very powerful start for our E3 program for this year.
That's right, and there's much more to come, but I do want to zero in on The Last of Us Part 2 here
Yeah.
just for a moment. You know, as chairman of Worldwide Studios, you work very closely with Naughty Dog. These guys need no introduction.
Indeed.
And I'm curious,
gonna
from
check
your
Twitter, see what's going
perspective,
on over
where
there.
is their head at when it comes to developing this game?
Where's their head at?
See if anyone's
I
tweeting.
mean,
I
they
don't know if
are,
I'm
they are
following
everywhere.
anyone, actually,
They're
though.
looking at what can do in the next iteration of the Last of Us series, and I think what we saw tonight, I mean, that piece of content was so, work at it as a player, but you're going to have to just think as a person what you're coming up against.
And I can't wait to see more of that. And that was first gameplay we saw there of The
Yeah.
Last of Us Part 2, looking obviously incredible. And speaking of incredible, I mean, Worldwide Studios lately, I mean, it's just been unbelievable. Horizon, you had God of War, which needs no introduction.
Oh,
and
man.
Detroit, Become Human. I mean, what is this?
Net
secret?
neutrality
What are
officially
you
dead as
doing
of
over
today.
there at
Yeah,
Worldwide
I saw
Studios?
it,
What's
yeah.
It is
going
a
on
this
there?
is a bad day for that to
Rule
happen.
number one is do no harm. Right?
Well, this plus this conference is really putting a
My
damper.
job is just to move the boulders
Check
out of the
IGN
road
maybe.
to make sure that creative talent can get where they need to go. You know, provide backup, provide scope. You know, provide generalized, advice about where we can take this as an industry and as a gaming culture. But also Worldwide Studios, I think right now, certainly in the PS4 era, you're seeing a lot of that coming into play right now.
That's great to hear that. And I mean, speaking about making fans happy, I mean,
What on earth is
there's a
this?
question that I've been getting a whole lot, and it has to do with God of War.
The Trump summit's
You know,
going
it's
right
a
now, I think,
celebrated
too.
game. It's sold
Singapore?
extremely well.
I think
It
it
has
might
a
be, yeah.
huge legion
'Cause it's
of
not- it's the
fans.
next
And
day in
one of the things
Singapore.
I wanted to mention was
It's already tomorrow in
I get
Singapore.
a lot of tweets.
It's like, what is it, the 11th today?
You know, is this something
great.
that
Everything's
you
great.
and Santa Monica Studio are
It's the 12th
evaluating
there.
for God of
The
War?
PlayStation has multiple rooms
The advent of
dedicated
social
to
media,
each game.
we get a lot of real-time
Apparently.
feedback.
Right.
from
So
the
they're
fans
moving
in
them
the
over to
community,
another
and we
room,
listen to that.
is what's
And
happening,
God
I
knows
think.
My
I don't
Twitter
know if I
feed
approve of that
What is going on?
We could talk about it here or not talk about it all, but
Are they each
it's all
themed?
important. We take it all seriously.
That's what I'm seeing from
and New Game
tweets.
Plus was something that came through really
So we get
strong
live
and really
intermissions
hard
of the
through that kind
PlayStation
of feedback
broadcast while they get
and I'm happy to say
gimmicky
today that the
with
teams
the
are working
way
on it.
the
We should
journalists
have some more
use
updates on
trailers.
that.
Yeah,
We'll put that through
this
the
is what I'm
blog, but
saying,
it's
right?
gonna
Is it
happen.
like
All right.
this only matters
Someone
to
who
the elite
miraculously finished God of
people,
War with a 2-year-old
and your ice.
at
This
home,
is the problem. This is the problem with
very
Ubisoft.
happy. I will
This
somehow
isn't a
find
human
out.
experience.
Okay.
This is too much showmanship.
Okay.
Bethesda was a showmanship. We put on a show, but the show was all everything we were doing. We directed it at you. We reminded it it's about you, and we made true on what we were saying.
I'll also say, if they have a room for each of these,
that's by definition
that
a
means
good
there's
thing.
like 3 rooms.
Fantastic. So
There's
New
not
Game
10
Plus,
rooms.
that is confirmed
Yeah.
There's
that
not
it's coming
10,
to
there's
God of
3.
War.
There's-
We're 20 minutes in.
Blog shortly.
Like, that means
We
the
have a lot more
next
to talk
room
about,
is,
too.
what,
Yeah, and
Spider-Man?
actually, Sean, I wanted to ask you about that.
Like-
About a month ago,
Like, what could the next
you did
room
something
be?
a little bit out of the ordinary for our team, and you kind of.
I don't think I can give this thing more than 8 at this point.
That we would be highlighting
I mean,
As a conference.
Unless we walk into a room and they're like, new IP, check this shit out, you can play tomorrow.
Even then, I'm judging as a conference. I'm judging as a
yeah.
conference. Like that's what I'm saying. That would get it at 8, but I don't think I give it more than 8 for pulling this
What we
shit.
want to do is take people on a journey deep into the content, deep into the 4 big pillar games.
feel
we're
real
working
deep
on
right
now. And get them to see a bit more about the stories you're trying to tell, and the way it's going to be expressed.
I'm really
and
seeing
what
it
you
right now,
get out of
too.
it. It's a really
Look,
wide
I'll say
range
this.
of
Last
titles
conference,
there. Anything from
last
The
E3,
Last of Us 2
everyone
just saw
roasted
right now,
Xbox,
Death Stranding,
saying, where the hell are the
Spider-Man
games?
and Ghost. So
Xbox shows up with 50 games.
this year, I wanted people to know
P-
that
Sony
don't come
walks in
here
with what?
expecting
20 minutes out, one game!
To be fair, I think Xbox showed up with like
watching
50 games last
new
year. There's
ideas
20 of them were
come
indie
out or
games.
Some big surprise.
Yeah,
come
but
out.
like that.
Come here.
Xbox
The year
is-
of the indie game.
This is exactly what we said Xbox couldn't do. And this is what they're doing.
Like Sony is, it feels like they're phoning
They phoned it in, yeah.
They really
did
phoned
it.
it
This is
in.
what Brandon wants, though. Brandon's probably just
available in 3 months and available in stores, and that's our favorite web slinger,
Of course.
Spider-Man. So we're going to see a lot of that tonight.
saying
and I
you're,
think,
like,
the
present
folks
it?
at home
Yeah,
will be
he's
happy
playable,
with
so
what
we're
they
gonna see
get.
gameplay.
I know, but like you ain't gonna like give it any
Sean, thank you so
fanfare.
much
It's
for
kind of like,
dropping
yes,
by. Always
Spider-Man's
a
coming
pleasure
too.
to
but,
trade
like, you
notes
know.
with the
3
chairman of
months.
Worldwide Studios.
Well, I think we already
Good to see
knew
you
the
guys. I'll
date.
head back
It's
to
good.
the
Yeah,
next
it already went
few
gold,
things.
I think.
Please
But if it
do.
didn't, this is
Wear
good
the helmet.
confirmation.
We do have a lot more in store coming up in just a few minutes as the E3
It's
showcase continues. But in the meantime,
We can be playing Mario Party right now.
while we wait during this short intermission. So I say we kick it off with a look at the latest from the world of Call of Duty.
No.
Okay, no, this is fine. No, this is what they always show. This is the partner shit. Like, this is fine. I'm okay with this. I'm glad we're getting back to it. I would rather them be like, hey, we're setting up the next thing. Here's some other stuff coming to PlayStation. They shouldn't have had that whole talk down. They should have just started rolling all these trailers for third-party games almost immediately. Like, this is fine. This is what we should be seeing.
A second.
Oh, it's back! Oh, Summit, let's go. Dude, classic Black Ops map. This is a good trailer. I like whoever made this trailer.
That was a good one.
Which one's this? This is our remake.
Yeah, it's like Villa or something.
Oh, dude. Best search and destroy map. Best one from that Call of Duty. I loved it.
Oh, classic map. Fire.
This is my
Fire
favorite.
Range.
This is my favorite.
Made my Black Ops at Christmas machinima here.
Fire Range is one of my favorites.
Fire Range is good.
Get immediate access to Back in Black maps in Call of Duty Black Ops 3 only when you pre-order Call of Duty Black Ops 4 from PlayStation Store.
Welcome
Oh, it's a
back.
Black Ops
Having
3
the
mod? What?
E3 showcase kicking off in just a
They're
few
putting
more
Black
minutes.
Ops
We're in a
3
short
maps
intermission period
on
here, but
Black
we've got
Ops
some good
4.
stuff to talk about. We've got
No,
some
they're
good
giving you
friends
Black
as
Ops 3
well.
maps
Yeah.
for
Meredith
pre-ordering.
Molinari,
There are 3
when it
maps
comes to Call of
going
Duty,
on
we
4.
know that a bunch of remastered
Were all those
maps
maps in
Black
3?
Ops 1
I don't think
Black
they were.
Ops
Yeah.
2 are making their way to Call of Duty Black Ops 4
Okay, they're
on
saying, they're
launch day. But what we just learned here is that those maps, those classic maps, are coming to Black Ops 3 as well.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, so
They want people to go play Black Ops 3.
Yeah, they were in the original Black Ops.
3.
They're trying to squeak out some Black Ops 3 sales at the end here.
So
They're gonna discount it like
tonight,
$20
we are actually doing
and get some extra money
surprise
out of it.
PlayStation Plus game drop, and that is going to be Black Ops 3.
Oh, right, they
Black
already
Ops
announced this
3 is
earlier.
coming to PlayStation Plus.
It's their free game of the month.
That's
awesome.
Yeah, it's their free game for June.
Because not
So-
only do we get to share awesome news with our audience.
No, this is fine. This is
that's
cool.
good.
This is cool.
Because they get to keep it for free.
Little mid
Yeah.
E3
This is their games for gold.
I know, but it's just the way I think.
Call of Duty.
So is this
Did the Call
going
of Duty?
on?
Cut this. No, this is already pre-recorded. This already happened. This is
Okay,
done.
okay, it's happening.
They recorded all this
A
earlier.
lot of great stuff announced. Let's take a quick look back at the highlights.
Highlights?
Of what?
Excuse me?
Highlights of what? What got announced? It's about last year? We're already here! We're in the thing! Still, that's how fast the first one should be. It should have been in, quick information so you know what's going on, back out. Jesus, what is this conference?
Tetris!
Oh yeah!
Yeah!
Did you guys know about this? Got announced like 5 days ago.
Oh, here we go. This is good.
Wait, is this all we're seeing of this game? They're not doing a full thing for this.
They might.
Not if they're showing it here.
I guess not.
You're not gonna see Spider-Man on here. And if you do, then what are we doing? What are we even doing then?
What is this?
Death Stranding?
Death Stranding. This is Death Stranding.
I have to figure out what happened.
They messed this up. That was huge.
Wait, no, this isn't Death
No, it's
Stranding.
not.
No,
This is
this does not look good enough to be Death
Clearly.
Stranding. What is this game?
Twin Mirror.
Have you heard of that? I've not heard of that game.
And flipping death.
Look like you've seen a ghost.
Animal Crossing for PlayStation.
Heartfelt story.
Yeah, it's in the
Really? Who are you?
Ghost Giant. You're the Ghost Giant.
It's their version of Animal Crossing.
Oh yeah!
Beat Saber!
I saw
This got announced today also.
I saw someone.
I saw so many tweets that were like, if PlayStation announced it for this weekend, VR's dead.
Oh, it comes out this weekend.
No, it's been out, but PlayStation hasn't said it was coming to PlayStation VR.
okay.
So people were like, if PlayStation VR is dead if they don't get this game, because this is like the simplest, like this is like the Wii. That's like the Wii Sport.
I heard it. Wait.
Minutes away from the E3
Still minutes
PlayStation
away.
Showcase.
Well, they
I mean,
were
and when I say a
getting
few minutes, I
everybody in
mean we're really.
What is this? Hold on. What is this
Let's
game?
keep moving here. There was a lot of great stuff here.
That can't be
Oh,
Death
we can
Stranding.
see
It doesn't look like the art
crowd
style.
is
Unless
seated.
it's
not Spider-Man.
The people
It's
are
not
about
Spider-
ready
Spider-Man
to
either.
go.
It doesn't look like
The
Days
show's
Gone
about
either.
to continue, about to move into the big
Maybe.
event.
Yeah, it was great to see the countdown.
I like
stuff,
how he's
but
saying
do
it's
think
minutes
that there's,
away,
like,
but it's
maybe
already
one more thing
recorded.
we
Yeah,
can
and he also can't see them going in. He's assuming that we're showing them going in.
Let's squeeze it in. Let's squeeze
I
it
love
in.
it.
Okay, so this next franchise boasts a huge loyal community of nearly 6 billion hours. Incredible stat.
Yeah, they play that so much.
A lot.
They do.
That.
And we're going to take a first look
Well,
at
they
the
can't
next
say because
chapter
they're
right
gonna
now.
play it. It's like really weird,
I
like
know.
way they're making it. You know.
They probably know though. They probably know.
PUBG. No.
No, Destiny. Destiny. It's Destiny. That's Cade.
Yeah.
Cade. I didn't play Destiny 2. I don't know what happens. Spoiler alerts.
No, this is Forsaken, I guess.
What are you talking about?
Destiny 2 Forsaken.
Oh, I think you were saying it wasn't Destiny. I'm like, what are you?
No, Forsaken. Yeah.
So I guess you lost. Reaper.
No, that's supposed to be. Oh, no, that's.
That definitely looks like Reaper though. That's the guys in the outskirts, right? The Queen servant. No, they all died, didn't they? No, the Queen died. I think some other guys lived. These are all the people on the Reach.
What?
Isn't the Reach the purple planet? Did you play Destiny 1? No. I didn't play Destiny 2. Okay, so you'll know what I'm talking about.
I played Destiny 2.
Did you play Destiny 1? Isn't the Reach, isn't that what they're called, the people in the purple zone? Right, this is the Reach. That's who it is. So there's a zone outside
Oh
of...
fuck! He's dead.
Yeah, probably.
No, he's like dead, dude.
Yeah, I see him. Yeah, because that's the Queen's servant from the Reach. So the Reach is this place in an asteroid belt outside of Saturn, I want to say, and they're made of all species. They're basically all mercenaries, and they serve this queen of whatever the blue race
This
is.
is something new for Destiny then, not Forsaken.
So, wait, are they helping Cade? I'm confused.
Yeah, you and Kate are going to like this ancient jail or whatever.
Okay.
That
So,
was a powerful
so
new
they
look.
came together as this
Forsaken's
coalition to
coming
defy
out September
everyone.
4th on
They don't.
PS4.
They
A lot of
turned
great
away from the
enhancements
light.
and content for
They
that
turned
one.
away from the
And,
Cabal and all that stuff.
Yeah, it looks really
And the
good.
Queen
There's a lot
got
of buzz
killed
about
when
that Gambit
the
mode coming up,
King
and
came, right?
Guess what? If you're at E3, you
In
can play it.
Not too
what was that
bad.
DLC
But
called?
Not too bad.
there's
don't remember,
barely
to
any
be
time
honest.
because we're about to
It was
get
a
to
long
the
time
show.
ago.
That's right. We are really second
Forsaken
to
King.
it comes down to it from the rest
Not
of
Forsaken King.
PlayStation's
That-
E3
that'd be stupid.
showcase.
Actually,
Thank
it makes
you
sense
so
actually
much
if we went
for
back to
watching.
nothing.
We've got a lot more in
I want to see
store
what it's called.
tonight. But for now,
I think it's almost time.
I think it's almost time. Should
Yeah,
we get to it?
I
Is this
think
not
Lucky
live?
Little Lady
Oh wait,
might
it's
get to the
6:30 there. Too much, dude. Oh, this is the whatever.
Fu Panda.
This is the ninja. Remember the ninja game I thought Microsoft was showing
Ghost
people
of
were talking
Tsushima?
about?
Ghost
Yeah, Ghost of Tsushima. Yeah, that's this. It's Ghost of Tsushima.
I wish I had my phone to see what the group chat's saying. Is Braden talking about
The Taken King. The Taken King was the DLC.
See if Braden's saying anything in the chat.
Braden's loving this, and he shouldn't be.
Nothing.
But you also have no connection, don't
Yeah,
you?
you're right.
Jack, who has the Wi-Fi, is the one who can see. They saw the bar, and they're like, we're too lazy to reach that. It's not even that they're too lazy. This is like a lot of work. That's what I feel bad about. Like you put so much work into this.
You have one job.
Yeah.
Present the game.
Andrew WK somehow is not the worst.
Remember during the pre-shows and stuff like that, people were like, Xbox needs to come out and not act. I think maybe Brett said it. Xbox needs to come out and not act all holier than thou and like act like they know what they're doing when they don't. That's what they're doing right now. PlayStation's like, we're on top of the world. We know better than everyone. Come to our experience, dude.
The PlayStation experience.
Like most gamers don't even care about this. Like I'm a hardcore gamer, but like I lean towards more casual gamer intuitions of games. Like, I'll get into things really deep, but and games are definitely art and all that stuff. But like you don't need to treat it like it's the second coming of Jesus fucking Christ right now, okay? This isn't Shenmue 3, all right? So we don't need to treat it like it is.
Could be.
It's not. Shenmue 3 was already confirmed delayed. Also, Shenmue 3 would never look this good.
Shaq Fu.
Shaq Fu already came out.
Jack Fu
Oh yeah, it did.
We done?
Everyone, get off the stage!
Guy on his phone.
That's a good shirt, man. Is it the same song? Do you count this part as well?
30. First one's like 30 seconds after the music stopped to get the gameplay. This took 38 seconds. And I'm just counting how much time they're wasting. Let's get them in the mood by playing the song. Okay, here it is again. Oh man, it's a song I just heard. So cool. Yeah, but this is that. This is that. This is a cinematic, so it tells me nothing.
Best conference too.
I'm not even saying Microsoft necessarily has a better conference than them, even though I think it is true. But even though we're subjectively talking, Bethesda had the best conference. It's not even a.
Oh,
not even
gameplay. Here you go, bud.
All right. Who makes this game?
I don't know off the top of my head.
Looks good. I like the shadowing. Ooh, the mist effect's really cool too. The way the light bounces through it too.
We're just hoping this is in game. Did it say it was?
It didn't say it. This is pre-rendered gameplay though. Last of Us, I think most of the beginning when she was just walking around is what it'll look like. But I think again, I think the camera was pushed in tighter, and I think the rest of it was like probably some rendered stuff.
Ooh.
That'd be on the PlayStation.
It reminds me of the beginning of Breath of the Wild.
It looks too good for a
yes.
PC.
Breath of the Wild. You know what I'm talking
No. There's a high-end PC can make it look this good, dude. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, beginning of Breath of the Wild, it does look. If this game is on PC, I could see this being a PC engine of it, but even the PS4 Pro, I couldn't see it looking this nice. But who knows? Maybe there's some updates rolling out the PS4 Pro.
It's cool.
This is cool. Again, I feel like this camera's pushed in. It's pushed in for more cinematic look than like the actual gameplay camera.
I imagine it'll be farther away to give you a sense of where you're going.
Yep. It's one of those film things I pick up on. Oh, meet a guy at the bridge, just like Zelda. Let's see it. Oh, darn, I really wanted it.
Ambush.
I really wanted it to happen, yeah. Ambush, go back to the bridge, shoot it at the bridge.
So they're gonna fall from a
No.
tree.
Where are they?
Where are they? Fuck you.
That's a big bear.
Now, is this a work of like fiction, or is it like realistic fiction?
It looks realistic so far.
So there's no magic or anything.
Well, we're gonna find out.
Okay. Damn Mongols. I feel like there's also a HUD here. There's gonna be like HUD going on. It's cool though. My question is just like, how open of an open world is this? Is it fake open? Like when we're in the forest, it looks fake open world where there's paths, and that's what I'm worried about. Is that this is fake open world.
Jin, you're late.
You're impatient.
Finish them all. There you go.
Where's the monk?
The bastards beat me to him. Now they're torturing him at the temple.
Come on.
You think the monk's a hero?
We need him, Masako. Down.
Feels very Assassin's Creed.
No. Remember Sago Bridge?
Not in a bad way.
They killed the monk.
I'm liking it so far.
Yeah, I'm down. I mean, I like Assassin's Creed as a franchise in general, so definitely a compliment. Yeah, that right there, that felt like Assassin's Creed. Yep. Which, you know what? Considering Odyssey looks like it's not going to be a traditional Assassin's Creed game, at least it's going to be more of a general combat RPG. This could fill that itch.
Definitely.
Grabbing this.
Yep.
End of the trailer pulls out like a pocket watch or something that has like the Templar logo on it.
Yeah, really. Ubisoft trumps out.
Get a piece of Eden.
Let's see what this game really is. Assassin's Creed China. I thought this was a samurai game also.
Oh yeah, he's a samurai.
Why are they in China? The Mongols wouldn't be in Japan, right? That doesn't make sense. But they said it was the Mongols.
Maybe he's visiting.
Yeah, they're in. That's what I'm saying. They're in China. That's right now. Because when he entered this area, it said something about Mongol control or whatever.
Yeah, the Mongols.
That's definitely Katana.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So, but he's Japanese, but they're in China.
They called him a samurai.
I like that they do the traditional Ronin thing, where he doesn't actually have armor, like he has the hay thing, because people don't understand that like when you become a Ronin, you basically you lose all that shit. Like, people that have that shit are part of royal armies.
Isn't a Ronin one without a house or whatever?
A Ronin means one without a house. They're mercenary essentially. Like they don't have to be a mercenary in a bad way, but like like they fight for.
So
themselves.
you aren't a samurai then? You're a Ronin. Is there a difference or?
A samurai means you're in the army, you have honor and stuff. Ronin are like unhonorable.
You're fighting your buddy.
Yeah. But they're mercenaries. So you like when you would leave the army, if you didn't retire, you wouldn't get to keep your armor. Like if you just like left like the army, if you didn't retire, like if you're retiring, you're not becoming a Ronin. Like they they'd be like, give us your shit back. So
yeah, this is like some type of boss thing.
Now you're fighting your buddy.
You know what I'm saying? This might be like a
boss fight.
The thing that you do, like a.
Yeah, it's a cinematic.
You were my friend.
Give me.
This shot is gorgeous.
It's cool.
Here's the thing. The camera will not be staying like this. In the game, your camera will auto-adjust. It will not look the cinematic.
You hear them coming?
Unless during these fights it fixes the camera, which would be great. But in general gameplay, it will never stay this still. See, that's what I'm saying, right?
Why do you want the monk so bad?
Okay, so I think what's gonna happen is gonna be moments where it fixes the camera because it's gonna switch between cinematic. So the monk is a hero. That's he thinks he's a hero. She doesn't.
Do your thing, man.
She has to commit seppuku now, right? Yeah.
I guess. I mean, he just doesn't want to kill her.
Oh no. Okay.
No, yeah. I was gonna say. I don't think he doesn't want to kill her. Game looks sweet. I definitely want to see more.
Sucker Punch.
Sucker Punch is making. What's the last thing Sucker Punch made? Okay, no one said anything. Yeah, I want to see someone play the game that's like, you know, a streamer, but it seems cool. This is like a PSVR thing, right? This is the thing that was in the background during the IGN thing. Is this Daydream? Is that what this is? Yeah, Made in Dreams. Yep, this is their VR open world thingy. Wait, is it not? What is this?
Tomb Raider.
Resident Evil?
Tomb Raider.
I don't think it's Tomb Raider. What's with the gun? The gun doesn't look like a Tomb Raider gun.
The gun's moving.
The character model doesn't look like a Tomb Raider character model.
It's a shifting place.
Be quiet.
There are rules and rituals. You can keep traveling deeper.
What is this game?
Perfect Dark.
It's Inception.
Is it?
I don't think so. It looks like the character though.
Looks like a Code Lyoko stage.
Benisoft TV.
Could this be Death Stranding?
No.
Are you sure though?
Actually, I don't know.
It was this Made in Dreams or was the last thing Made in Dreams? That's what I'm confused.
This
Okay,
looks like Made in Dreams.
This isn't Death Stranding, yeah.
I mean, definitely, right?
It's not Death Stranding.
No, I'm saying
No,
like,
Made in Dreams.
Made in Dreams, that fits this.
But isn't
the title?
Isn't Dreams Oh, maybe that's the title. Yeah. I thought Dreams was like this PSVR.
Oh, tell me it's the sequel to that one game.
Right.
Yeah, the one game, right. Oh my god. Is this...
Oh, they fuck it up? Is that the title? They fucked it up?
No, they switched it back to the desk. They switched
Control.
They switched it back to the desk.
Alright, guys, trailer's over.
Oh, Lloyd, Remedy?
Oh, okay.
I don't know what that is, but I'll play it.
505 did the Sniper Elite.
Yeah, yeah. That's like all they did.
Here we go.
What did they just like started like slowly fading up the Spider-Man music? Da, 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 da.
Like right now?
No.
Are you a mouse?
You're crawling.
Is that a PS2?
That is. That's a PS1.
PS1, yeah.
PS1. But it's gray. Yeah. The spider that bit Peter Parker?
That's weird.
I would love that. If this was like the spider that bit Peter Parker right now.
No,
How do you know?
but I think it's a game where you're a spider. I mean, not a spider, a mouse.
It's Ratatouille, too.
Oh, that.
Was that a fucking Pepe?
Was it a Pepe?
In the box like a freaking Pepe. You're definitely like a cockroach or something. Oh.
Confirmed. Resident Evil!
No, Days Gone.
Is it Days Gone?
Days Gone.
This looks way better than the last Days Gone thing we've seen, though.
Maybe Resident Evil got it. Yes, there it is. Yeah. No,
This is the game I worked on!
Yeah!
Listen to that crowd.
Jesus Christ. And don't make my mistake. If you see one of those things, uniform or not,
This might be a remake.
you do not hesitate.
Whoever takes the
Raccoon City, right?
Surprised you made it this far.
I didn't know which one they were working on when we cast it, so could just be a full
Oh no,
remake.
that looks a bit more like a modern outfit. It might be.
Impressive display of strength.
If this is the one we casted,
But we never meant for this to happen.
this got turned around so fast for a trailer.
Raccoon City.
Yeah, just remake or are they going back?
It's coming. It's coming back.
It's a remastered one, right? It's
Cool. January. It's not bad.
Oh, they're pissed.
No, they were like, no, they were screaming because it's coming out in a year.
Ah, I thought they were.
Was that just a Freddy?
What? What do you mean?
It looked like Freddy Krueger.
No, it was a thing coming out of the zombie. My name's gonna be in the credits.
That one?
I guess. I hope it's either that one or they're making another one.
Ooh, give it away, Mike.
Please don't.
Jokes.
From Squanch Games and the co-creator of Rick and Morty.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Bathtub Guy, and we're here at E3 to take some looks at this new game I'm about to
worked on this
show
too,
you right
Mike?
now.
I think I didn't work on this, but I think the studio I was at recorded it.
Is it a Rick and Morty game?
No, it's just I think Justin's just like part of the production team. Like he's like one of the producers on
about
it.
me right now. It's about this game.
This game.
That's exciting footage I just saw. Oh, I'm playing it right now. Look
He's
at me,
definitely
I'm
a
a
voice.
cool cucumber.
He's that's him.
Playing this cool game.
No, I mean in the game.
Jesus Christ! Oh my God! Somebody call 711 because that's the emergency dial number for this in this weird part of the galaxy. Because this is a sci-fi based thing.
Interdimensional cable, the game.
I hope so.
Trevor saves the universe.
Trover. Say it right, idiot.
Squanch.
Debuting exclusively on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation VR.
Squanchy.
That's pretty funny.
I don't know if we did that one. We always had code names though, so could not say.
Oh. Yes.
Version 3. Oh, it's a new footage. Oh! Where's Jack?
Treasure Planet. Treasure Planet.
Oh my God!
Oh,
yes.
Shit.
I was like, oh, it's Pirates of the Caribbean, but no, we're going full Treasure Planet here.
Still,
Please, Don.
it's a real shame we don't have a
Please, Don. Be Treasure Planet. No, it's not.
It's Treasure Planet. It's Treasure Planet.
That's Pirates of the Caribbean.
No.
You dick. Don't
Come
shit.
on. You want this more than Treasure Planet?
I love Pirates of the Caribbean. Hell yeah.
Fuck you.
Yes.
Why do they look so much better than the rest of the
That's
game?
how in Kingdom Hearts 2 they did that. Pirates of the Caribbean is the second one.
Are they?
Yeah. And they use photorealistic.
Gotta hype up the new Pirates of the Caribbean. Oh, everyone's gotta have a ship game. Everyone's gotta have a ship game.
You saw I like Assassin's Creed 4, so
Jesus Christ. Everyone and their mother has to have a naval ship combat. I'm with you. Treasure Planet would be better.
Really bust out the end.
No, I want to see the Goof Troop. I want to see Max Goof.
If they bust out Max, we've all lose.
Here's the thing. You put Pirates of the Caribbean in here, but you didn't put Marvel or Star Wars? Like, come on.
This will be the longest game ever, dude. Like, what the hell?
Rose says she's losing her fucking mind. This is still really awesome.
Yeah,
Rose, I'm oh.
Yes. Surprising, isn't it?
Jack, don't you give this creep the time of day.
Sora, stand down. It's the code. Mustn't strike a pirate aboard ship when said pirate offers to confabulate.
I'm looking for a box.
Get them!
Hey, 80s.
Oh, nice, cool.
Herc!
Don't think twice.
Wait!
Oh no!
The claw.
Arendelle is safer with me staying up here.
I'm really glad that they had very different, like, trailers for everything. Except for their own. Their own was basically the Microsoft one with 3 shots, but this is a totally different one. Look how gorgeous this is! It looks like an animated movie.
They interviewed the voice actor of Flynn. They said, I only did the voice so I could be in Kingdom Hearts. That's what he said.
Oh yeah, like forever ago. Yeah.
This is one of the 7 pure lights we need. The new.
No, Rose, it wasn't Treasure Planet. We wish it was Treasure
We
Planet.
thought it was.
Set your heart free.
Don't kill yourself, Rose,
And
please.
At the end, you'll finally realize what destiny has in store for you. In fact, your reward might be right around the corner.
Hey, Axel.
Whoa!
No,
He's looking great.
Liking the look.
Oh, yeah! Yes! Bay! True! My OTP!
Jordan, no?
Kyrie, my first true love.
Hey!
Riku,
Look at that traditional outfit. Whoa!
Oh! What?
Oh, we have some gay loving going on here.
That's both Riku. You can't love yourself.
Oh, you can,
Time travel.
Oh, Jack, you can
It's
love.
the time
Jack,
travel.
you can love yourself all you want. You know.
Woo!
I'm telling you, time travel.
Oh.
Ooh, I might have to buy that.
Oh yes, pre-order the limited edition.
Oh! Xbox, please.
No, it's PlayStation.
Oh,
This is a PlayStation
no.
conference.
Damn it.
God, this is what we wanted to see at Xbox.
I'm gonna have to buy PS4 now.
God damn it.
All in one.
Fuck me.
It's an all-in-one package.
Damn it.
Here's what they should do. Okay, here, I'm telling you right now. They should not release it on the same day, like all together. It should be you get the first 2 games and a download code for 3, so you can start playing the other games. Right? 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 Because no one wants to play the other games when 3 comes out. That's stupid.
Oh,
here we go.
That's
Oh, here we go.
Is that a butt?
It's a butt. It's a butt. Baby butt. Here we go, boys.
I thought it'd be a joke.
Time to have our whole lives changed.
Silence.
Is that gonna be the best?
Shit.
The man who delivers.
I'm turning this up. It's real quiet.
Tears.
Mike, oh my god, Mike.
I'm fixing it, don't worry.
So, you have dooms, like me. What's your level?
I've got the extinction factor, but I think you got me beat.
You can see them, right?
No, but I can sense them.
Wanna come work for me? Must be tough out here on your own.
I can't help you with that. I make deliveries. That's all.
Death Stranding, you're UPS guy.
Some good music.
This is gameplay. This has to be rendered in engine because it doesn't look nearly as good as cinematic, but it looks great. I like this though. I like a character that isn't supposed to be like the hero. It's just like he's just kind of in this world. It's more of an experience, you know. Is this a mountain or the crater?
It's a
mountain. Okay.
It's beautiful.
Dude, this game is awesome. This is cinematic. Wait, he's a cuff on him. What does that mean?
See the handprints on him?
Oh, jeez, look at that.
Dude, what? No, last year they said it was in engine, not in gameplay. It might have been the cutscene last year could have been a cutscene that's like gameplay models being moved around instead of pre-rendered models, but that wasn't gameplay. That was a cutscene. This is actual gameplay. There, this is from last. This is the one from last year.
Yes.
This is cool, and this is such a departure of like Kojima's main characters, you know. Well, you know, Kojima loves his boxes.
Screw that.
Listen, Kojima loves his boxes. Is that not the same guy, or is that different?
No, it's a different guy.
Interesting. Maybe the Greg and Tim said Hideo said interesting. That's interesting, then.
Oh,
I don't know. That's real. I don't know if I can believe. I like, trust me. I would love if what we saw last year was gameplay. Something about me just tells me this. Give me and in depth or something like that. So is there multiple main characters? Is your character customizable? So it's like your own character.
Oh, here we go.
Something going up his arm.
Thanks though, Rose. Thanks for letting me know. It's important to note if Hideo's directly saying that. Interesting. Virus. Is he part whatever that stuff is? Is his blood in them? Is it part of the baby thing? He can sense them. See, he can't see them, but he can sense them. It was goosebumps. It was just goosebumps is all it is. Interesting. Look at his fucking breath.
What?
What the fuck?
Fragile?
Is she really there though? That's my question. Is she there, or is this like a different, like she like in a different like space time helping him?
Oh no.
Fragile.
Fraggle.
No, it's fragile. It's not Fraggle Rock. No. There they are. They're in the sky. You see them?
I see people. Yeah.
What the fuck? Called it.
Headed into town. Watch yourself. Those things never stay gone.
Well, yeah, she's definitely in a different time.
No, she's not.
The time flow fast forwards, whatever it
It's
touches,
no, it's like
but
cloaking.
it can't wash everything away.
They don't work for the same
Past
people.
just won't let go.
He works for Porter,
Tamper.
or not Porter, but his name may be Porter.
Samport bridges.
Hand flash.
Sam, what's your status? Chiralium density is still increasing.
My status is fucked. There's tons of them.
Can you sit out the rain?
No, they're closing in on my position. I have to move before they realize I'm in here.
Sam, if one of those things gets you, it'll trigger a void out. You'll come back, sure, but the surrounding area will still be a crater.
Wait, what did it trigger?
Oh no, dude.
The surrounding area would trigger.
No, before that. What would it trigger to do
void
that?
out, void out.
A void out. Interesting.
He says you come back when the crater stays.
Yeah.
There's umbilical cords.
Rose, it might be next gen. Who knows? Who knows when this game's coming out? Everything is like an umbilical cord kind of thing. Remember the underground sewer one, where the Guillermo del Toro looking character threw the baby down there. The guy came out and zombies were attached to him through the other zombie characters were attached to him through the umbilical cord system.
On the ground.
So like, are they creating like are these aliens creating like distortions that basically are like pocket dimensions maybe?
I'm sure maybe we'll have you die here, like, so it happens. Yeah, look.
I would love to. I would love them to, because
Yeah,
they've already talked.
See.
Yeah, here it is. Yep. No, they're not gonna show it, because there's like an overworld like ocean thing you fall into. Hideo's talked about it multiple times when you die before you respawn essentially, but it's also part of the game. It's not like.
Yeah, I don't want them to show us. Ew. Is that a fetus?
No, it was a bug.
You're too late. You still don't know who I am, do you?
Who are you?
It's your daughter.
Shut up! So that was his wife in the photo, right?
Dude, I don't even know what we just watched.
So that was his wife in the photo, though. Rose, come on, help me out here. The photo he had the whole time, right?
Yes.
So that's a lot to process. Fuck, I'm gonna watch it so many times.
You didn't know that was Norman Reedus?
Jordan's like Norman Reedus, count me in. Well, she doesn't know shit about what's going on. Let's be real. I'm not being
Team
mean.
Ninja!
Oh! Like, I'm not being mean. Like, she didn't know what Death Stranding was. Like,
I told her what it was.
What is Ninja working on? Is it just Ninja Gaiden?
Totally.
Interesting. No, Neo 2! Woo! Oh, buddy!
I don't know Neo, so.
It's their version of Dark Souls.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Right?
No, yeah. That's a pretty fair assessment.
It's like anime Dark Souls.
Anime Dark Souls. Yeah.
Oh, I got
Without like,
I got a demon
anime,
inside me.
Not anime, but it's like Japanese Dark Souls. It's PlayStation Japanese Dark Souls. We happy few.
Sounds like that, yeah.
No, this is Dreams again. All these little segments in between are made in Dreams. That's what's made in Dreams. They should have been more specific about that. Oh. Spider-Man! Spider-Man! Here it is! Come on, please, please.
I think it looks like
this is it. This is it.
This is Spider-Man.
But I can't reach them over radio. Their comms must be down.
Maybe.
What's your status?
Already here.
Yeah.
Nice, there you go. Okay, cool.
Hey, look, it's Suzaku from Code Geass.
Electro?
I wonder who that is.
Electro.
Maybe it's not.
Remember the last comments was like, who is he? I couldn't like remember who it was. It's Suzaku. And he's Neil in Camp Camp.
It's usually worse.
Look out!
I introduced Jack to Camp Camp recently.
Wait, the voice of Spider-Man is?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep. Bethesda, Sony, Xbox, everyone else. I don't know. Sony did some weird shit with this, and I don't know if I can actually give them a higher score.
Sony just has games people want to see. That's only.
I think, yeah, it's more the games, less the conference. Like, the conference isn't actually doing anything. They're just showing us trailers. At this point, after the first three, and the first three were presented really poorly, it's almost been like the Square thing. So, in all honesty,
Welcome to the party.
we'll talk about it later. But I think I already know where my rankings are on this.
Looks like we made parole, boys.
Electro, why is he letting everyone out?
I'll head for the main control center and see how bad the situation is.
Got it. I'll go join the party.
Strong female characters. We need it. Now, question. Are we going to see Miles Morales as Spider-Man in this trailer?
Do we know who Spider-Man is yet? Like which one it is yet or no?
This is, This might be its own universe. I don't actually know, to be honest. It's Peter Parker though.
Okay.
It's definitely a version of Peter Parker. Because Miles Morales shows up at the end of the trailer as Miles, not Spider-Man.
Okay.
Of last year's. So. Dude, this is how I imagine the old Spider-Mans from the Spider-Man movies on PlayStation looked back in the day.
Yeah.
Like, this is how I remember them looking.
Is that Rhino?
Oh, hi, Rhino.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Rhino. I like this suit. This is dope.
Surprise. What is he talking about?
We're getting them all together.
Yeah, of course they don't have to sell us the console. Like, we get that. It's the human.
And,
Whoa!
It's all, there's 4 of them.
Yeah, it's.
Now we're just missing, what's it, Hawk?
Good to be true. Scorpion,
Vulture?
can you hold on a minute? I was in the middle of a phone call and it was busy.
Okay. My point is that there's not like a human element or a showmanship element. This feels like a direct, and like you could just put up this as a video. You needed to do a live presentation in a theater for this, you know. And the things you use the theater for were like really, you know, I don't know. It just, I don't know. It feels really impersonal. Is what it comes down to.
Camera system's almost done. I'll give you a sit rep soon.
Okay, I'll keep tracking the legs.
Like, subjectively, I think this is great. It's just all great things. I'm seeing great things. I'm not complaining. But if we're grading it as a conference, as a showcase, this isn't as good as a presentation. We're grading it as production. I like what they're doing with the Spider-Sense thing as like a gameplay element. I think that's really cool.
Very similar to the Batman.
Yeah, and it's better than like doing like I think one of the old Spider-Man games they did like bullet time instead. I didn't like that because I was just like this just makes it easy.
I always loved the old Spider-Man games because of like the web slinging felt so freaking cool.
Yeah, this is like the make or break of this is the web slinging.
Well, you ever watched the documentary on the Spider-Man 2? It's like they built a whole engine for it.
Yeah,
like it's like a whole.
There's a documentary though. I didn't know that.
There's like a little like YouTube documentary. Like someone did a whole little thing on like how they built it.
Yeah, that was like
it was like a whole engine just for that.
You literally felt like Spider-Man.
There he is.
There he is. Yep, that's what I was talking about.
Long time no see. We're going to have so much fun.
Why are they all bald?
Sorry, no time to talk.
What are all bald? You couldn't really tell with Scorpion.
Okay, I got the security cameras back online.
How's it look?
Well, it looks like the entire.
No one would help this presentation. A Harry Olsen cameo.
Who said that?
Jordan.
Of course she did.
For a second there, I thought you were serious.
I am serious. I have to go. Some of them are heading into the city.
I like that they're letting us see the key prompts also. Oh, of course. We're not saying they need a conference, but if like again, Nintendo is proof of that. Like you said, you're absolutely correct. But if you're gonna do a conference, make it a good presentation. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Like, just don't go to E3 then. Like, do what EA does and don't do an E3 thing.
I wonder if this is a Spider-Man and you have the canisters.
I think he does. I think we saw it in the last trailer last year.
And if you look in the right corner, there's a meter of some kind.
Yeah. Don't quote me on that, but I'm almost positive I remember him changing out canisters mid-gameplay or mid-trailer.
I've never seen that too.
How do you like my new suit?
You're right. I knew he was bald. We just didn't get a good look at Scorpion and Rhino because Rhino had the thing over his head instead of Scorpion. So you can't tell with Rhino. Maybe there's bald because of the suits. Who knows? The suits are so powerful, you go bald. Nuclear.
And he's a negative man, whatever his name is, right? Mr. Negative or whatever.
I don't know what his name is, but yeah, he was in the last trailer. Yeah,
He's the
you
main-
can't
he's the
tell
main
what
bad guy.
you can't tell with Scorpion. Yeah, he's like the chief bad guy.
So I guess these are all the bosses in the game.
That's probably one.
To kill him.
Oh no, he's not the boss.
In fact, we don't have to do this at all if you don't want to.
We definitely want.
Dude, this game. I have not been like this is like reverse Batman Arkham in the sense of like Arkham is making so Arkham Knight is the equivalent of Spider-Man Homecoming, where Spider-Man Homecoming the film is the best adaptation from comic to film. It may not be the best comic book movie, and then Batman is the best this is the best adaptation also of comic to video game, whereas Batman is just the best video game with a superhero. This is so good. The cheesy collective everyone shot.
And then some.
And Venom.
Some
Miles.
come in, help. You? I knew it.
Oh, come on!
I knew it.
Come on!
I knew it.
Who do you think it is? I don't know my Spider-Man.
There was a light.
It's gonna be a different. Just trying to be a different.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Actually, no. There was a light.
They could. It sounded like it was a helicopter. We had to go replay it, but if there was a helicopter, it's another Spider-Man. If not,
who has like light?
Silver Surfer.
Static Shock. Oh, it's at the end.
Yeah, that's the end. Static Shock is DC, idiot.
I know. I'm trying to think of light.
Wow. Okay, that's it.
The most ambitious.
Make sure there isn't any random hacking at the end from Cyberpunk. Daydream. Don't forget about Daydream. Those logos are great. Those graphics of just like the PlayStation logos, so clean.
Final Fantasy 7. A go.
We already agreed if they did that, it'd actually be like.
And here we.
Shenmue. No. Oh, I thought we were ending it on Shenmue. I was like,
That
no
was the
way.
PlayStation E3
Spyro?
showcase. A
We didn't
lot to take in.
talk about
There was
Spyro.
a ton of great worldwide.
Right,
studio
we didn't see
titles.
Spyro.
We got a little more to share here. Coming right up, we're gonna have first live gameplay of Marvel's Spider-Man right here. Just a couple of minutes. We have a new game to announce. We have some other stuff.
We have
to
a new
talk
game
about,
to.
too.
What is going on? Wait.
Oh my
gosh.
Top highlights. Go.
How long have we been in here for? An hour?
There's no time.
Oh no,
An hour, 6 minutes.
It's 10:12, so like hour 10, yeah.
Color palette was
So is this not over technically? Because they're revealing a game.
Well, they're doing. Let's just mute it for now.
Yeah.
Because they're just doing.
Okay.
They're doing their own
Yeah,
highlights.
yeah.
You are. So you guys mute it for now.
Alright, Jack, you start.
Meredith.
Resident Evil 2.
Okay.
That looks so good.
Oh,
I know
really?
a lot of us fans have been waiting for that one. And it was like a moment where you're like, I'm not really sure I know what this is. And then as soon as he turned his head, I was
So,
like, yes.
And you get that.
as I was saying
that
before you went into
RE4
this,
style over the shoulder.
you can't come out and you can't rely on Death Stranding, Spider-Man, Ghost of.
You can't do the thing we said Microsoft can't do.
You can't do the thing that I said Microsoft can't do. And in all honesty, I think a little piece of me.
Also, wait. We also have to finish Mario Party. For those watching, stick around. We have a very tense game of Mario Party we have to finish.
I honestly think I think Sony kind of phoned it in. Honestly, not that the games aren't good.
But they're not. That's not their job. Their job here is to be a showcase.
I don't think there was anything here that we didn't expect to see. You know?
We got one reveal.
Yes.
The Sniper Elite guys.
Yes.
Neo 2.
Neo 2.
Neo 2, yeah.
Again, and not that these games aren't good, not that they're not a good game, but again, I think
Neo 2 got like what 30 seconds though.
Like that's what we've been focusing on.
Resident Evil remaster, like
Yeah, that's what we've been focusing on this whole E3 is if you're gonna take the time to do like even this this is just kind of phoned in. This is like, okay, we're gonna make even the rooms. There was one room for Last of Us 2. And they were even saying there's a room for every game, and there wasn't. There's just another room.
Well, that was just something I read off Twitter.
Okay.
So,
but even still, that even goes to show what is happening, what is going on, what is this, and
they wasted like 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Of time.
To me, I think they phoned it in. I think they just showed gameplay of things that we expected to see. And they didn't do anything special. They didn't do anything cool. Not that it was bad. Not that the game's
and
good.
not that they have to do more. But if you're gonna pay the money to be at E3 and you're gonna show up and you're gonna call an E3 press conference, you should do more. Like, what are the press gonna write about? They're just gonna write about the same thing. When you go there, you want to have someone who's talking to the press and talking to the people at home.
Here's my thing. Do you hold EA to a certain did you if you didn't like EA's conference, I don't think you can like this one as much more. Also, hold on. Is this a new game?
No.
Yes.
Oh.
Japan Studio. You just paused it, didn't? Oh no, you didn't.
No, I unmuted it. Don't question me.
Oh, okay. Bloodborne 2. Here we go.
This is where we take back all of our words.
This is take it all back.
But it's still just showing a trailer, so your points are valid.
Yeah, Bloodborne 2.
To be a fairy.
Where my Spyro at?
Red Dead Redemption.
What if Spyro's getting Switch privileges and it's gonna show up at the Switch tomorrow instead of PlayStation?
What?
If Spyro shows up during the Nintendo Direct?
Oh yeah, right.
Nobody can see what you're up to.
It's a baby.
Again.
What do you mean?
It's all bright.
Yeah, it's Jesus. Jesus was born in a meadow. Are you sure this is Bloodborne?
Yes.
Okay.
It has to be.
This is very interesting way to open Bloodborne.
I don't think it's Bloodborne.
Maybe most certainly. From Software, what else do they make besides Souls games?
It could be a new thing. That's what I'm saying. I agree with you on that front. You would assume, unless this is like backstory of some sort.
No, it's Bloodborne. It's
Yes,
Bloodborne.
most certainly Bloodborne.
What's giving it away?
The whole aesthetic,
Yeah, this right
music.
here.
It's very not Orwellian. What's the word I'm looking
Yeah,
for?
this is definitely Bloodborne.
What am I looking for? Who's the author? Lovecraftian. Yes, there it is. Yes.
What is that character? I'm sorry, but what is that character model? Like, everything else looks gorgeous.
Oh, Beauty and the Beast.
Classic. Technically, it'd be reverse Beauty and the Beast.
Whatever, Mike.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Okay, I guess we were wrong.
That's what I was saying. Like, what about that has to do with Bloodborne?
From Software's
Because Bloodborne is the dark.
PlayStation VR. Quite a
VR.
very artistic. Still don't know a ton
See,
about
I told you, like that, like you're like aesthetically is no. That's what I was trying to say. Like that's just from Software's engine. That's what they make. Like.
Get to that Spider-Man. It is time.
We have some folks from Insomniac
We sure
here.
do.
Brian, Adam, gentlemen.
All right, let's go watch this, and then we'll. Unless it's the same thing we saw. If it's the same thing we saw, we can get back to our thoughts. But
kind of
come on.
closing out some
There
of
we
the
go.
show there with Marvel Spider-Man. How does it feel?
It's surreal. We've been working on it for a while, so it's nice to be here. And obviously, we showed you
What
you
is
wanted
happening?
Villains, so we decided we'll give you a lot of villains. And now, and the next question is, can we play the open world? And Adam's gonna show off the New York City.
I mean, I don't know, Sid. What do you think?
Let's dive in.
Yeah,
What are we talking about here?
Get
in there.
So is it the same
We're gonna
level?
boot up the demo here, and
I would
this is
assume it's the same
essentially
level.
one of the first playable demos that you guys are going to be showing off.
Yeah,
of Spider-Man.
pretty much. So I mean, if you think about,
Go ahead, Adam.
yes,
All right.
the game is, you know, a lot of people are like, last year's E3 was like, well, was that like just a linear level? No, like that was our Manhattan, that's our New York City, and it just happened to be on like a main story mission. But in between, like something like you saw on the raft, or we showed that back at last.
What is happening?
You can just swing around.
That's
New York City and have fun.
a shot for technical difficulties.
Let's go to that footage because we have it running here on the main monitor. We'll go to it in just a second. This is the beauty of the live environment.
Oh!
Oh God!
Oh,
It's so
this
good.
is great.
Oh!
Little TV. This is perfect.
Yeah, I got it all.
Adam's doing a fantastic job so far. It's been really good.
So first of all, you're actually playing this right now.
Yeah. That's right.
And I do want to emphasize how beautiful this game is.
Oh, thank you.
Well, yeah,
Teamwork
Brian,
really
tell
hard.
me a little bit
Yes,
about
the
what you
side
guys want to
quests.
show us this evening.
So I think, the big thing is, again,
Whoa.
I think that part of the Spider-Man fantasy is to swing around New York
Save
City
cats
and
and
you know,
trees
to
and
have,
stuff, you know what I mean?
not only just a great story, but
All
have a
right,
bunch
so
of
we can
different
talk about why
in
we
that
watch this.
world.
Okay,
And we wanted to, give.
Okay, so you were saying, Jack.
Again, not that these games aren't good.
This game is great.
I just think, again, as a conference, I did not enjoy it as much as I enjoyed the others. I don't think. I did not get the same thrills. Like, there was just no surprises. Not that there had to be, but again, I think it would be unfair to not compare them, because if you come out and say Sony has the best conference, what are you basing that off of? Off of the games that you saw? That doesn't make it a good conference. It means they have good games.
Your EA thing is pretty intact. I would say that it was definitely still better than EA, because EA was just really cringy.
But I'm saying is like,
but it's the same problem.
Yeah, it's the same problem. So you can't.
I would compare it more to Ubisoft, if anything, where like there were things where they tried and they just didn't hit her, and she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna quote her, not out of spite. Like I think this is a really important quote because it means a lot." Like she said, "So Sony doesn't have to sell you a console because half the country already owns one. They just have to sell games, and that's what they're doing, and that's fine." I get it. I can respect that. But just don't come to E3. Like, don't come to E3. But don't pay money to have all these theaters rented out and do a showcase like this. Just make a Nintendo Direct. Do what Square Enix did. Like, don't do what Square Enix did. Sorry, let me rephrase that. Don't do what Square Enix did. Release it on a different day before. Release it a week before E3. That's what Square Enix should have did. Square Enix should release that all the week before E3 and be like, come to E3 to see all this shit.
And again, for me, not that point isn't valid, that people already have PS4. Not that point isn't valid. But again, it's one of those things where you're holding a company to a different standard, I think.
Yeah.
Like,
you have to hold them all to the same standard.
I think like if you're going to say EA, because EA's not selling a console, so how's everyone going to roast their conference, say it wasn't good? if they're not selling a console.
There are
either.
some different issues there, but yeah.
But like what I'm saying is, every company, if you're going to have a conference for anything, if you're going to say we're going to put all this effort into having a conference and spend this money and do all these things, what is it? Because in reality, everything that we saw that was of importance wasn't even there.
Also, they could have sold VR. That's something they have to. They don't. Half the country does not own VR, so they should have been selling PlayStation VR, especially when you have PlayStation VR games to show. And they showed it after they show. Okay, Bloodborne's developers, which is one of the most successful new franchises, like on the PlayStation. I think we can all agree. Like it's like when it comes to like the newer people coming in the PlayStation. They're some of the best. They are some of the most well known. They have a new VR experience coming, and you showed it after you said, "All right, bye everyone, we're done," and then you showed it. Like,
yeah, I think it's not that they're again. It's like we were saying. I think the showmanship was not there, and I think I think if you say Sony has the best, you really just kind of discredit the effort that other people put in.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like for you to say, "Oh, Sony's the best." Because they don't have to.
So what did Todd Howard do for like a half an hour then?
Yeah, like again, he sold us stuff. Like he really did a good job of kind of building up this faith, and he acknowledged the Skyrim issues and people playing too much Skyrim. And I think that's the difference. Is again, and even Xbox, like yes, Xbox has to sell consoles, but they also said we're trying to be better. We're buying more studios. Like it's a conference. This is what our company is doing. Yeah. This is why you should look at our company and be involved.
We discussed it earlier. Is that there's 3 pillars to an E3 conference. There is the to us audience of we are here to sell you stuff. Then there is the part that's like a smaller third of it, which is like kind of the investor thing, where it's like this is the public look at our company, except for it's not for investors, it's for gamers investing in the experience. It's like, here's kind of like what we are doing as a company. Here's our goals as a company. Here's how we feel about what we're doing as a company. And it's kind of like an investor meeting for the gaming community who are invested in that way.
Like, why is this? The developer is currently playing and talking. Why is this not what was on the showcase? Why is this? Everyone tuned out already. Look, people have already logged off of our stream. Like people say, okay, the conference is over, we're done, and now you have the 2 developers talking about what's happening in the game.
I agree. Though this stuff should always go after. This is a little. They should have came on stage and talked about it briefly, and then be like, come see a full experience after. I agree with that. Yeah. And yeah, Rose, we're not saying that you said that Sony beat Bethesda.
Oh, yeah,
but we're already seeing stuff online saying that, and we know there's gonna be people who are gonna argue that.
Yeah, and I think again, my only issue is to not. If you say Sony won because they showed the games I like, that's fair for you to say that. Like,
but that's like you have to remember earlier. Like I gave Ubisoft an 8, but if I'm being subjective and like taking the fact that like I'm super pumped about the development on Good and Evil and the fact they're getting community involved, I'm super pumped about the fixing Division. Then I would have gave it a 9. But I'm like, no, let's step away from that and let's treat everyone equally, and it's an 8.
To me, I just feel like, especially after last year, and even again, you can think about when. Like, because you might be able to say that, a conference isn't important, isn't this and that. But remember when Sony came out and said, like, this is how you share games on PlayStation?
Yeah.
Like, that's what a conference is for. It's to address things within the competition, to address things within your issues. It's the one time of year where companies get to come out and fully kind of talk about what's going on.
Not be companies, be people.
And that's what Todd Howard did. Why I think that's why my favorite one and so effective is he came out and goes, too much Skyrim. Here's a funny video saying, hey, don't worry about that anymore. We understand. Like, we also are listening to you. And I think that is, I think it's a good thing that Sony came out and showed the games you like. But at the same time, I didn't learn anything new that I really didn't already know.
And they didn't even tell us it. Technically, all these trailers and stuff are made by the studios. So Sony didn't do anything but show up and hire those musical guests.
Yes.
Like, I don't know. That's what's frustrating me is that, like, if you don't have anything to say, at least let these guys playing the game right now, let the people who are making the game
let them say something.
Yeah. And then, like I said, the third thing is the performance. It's the reason we have
an E3
a conference, and it's showmanship. And the showmanship is the part of the conference. If you're not going to do it, like, again, Square Enix should have released a video last week. That whole thing that was a conference today should have been Nintendo Direct for Square Enix and released last week. Nintendo Direct, I don't even know what they're doing tomorrow. Are they having a conference or is it a direct?
It might be a treehouse thing again. I have no idea.
Yeah, if it's a direct into a treehouse, fine. You're using the direct to leap into the treehouse. Totally cool with that. Totally great. Square Enix didn't even do anything. They didn't do anything.
Yeah.
So like that's fine. But if not, you show it a week. Like you could have showed all this a week early, and I would know you could have showed all this a week early, not showed us anything that happened live in the studio, and I would know exactly the same amount of information, except for this part after the conference is over.
And again, I think there's also the issue of people are investing, like we invested our time to watch something, to stream it, to react to it. And I think that's kind of part of it as well, is, you're having a conference, and at least kind of be like, okay, we acknowledge that you are here to at least hear something, to learn something, to watch. And for me, I like watching them talk. I like watching developers go up and be like, this is what we're working on, this is what we're doing.
He's got to pace it well.
Like, for me, it's like, to have Sean Layden talk about The Last of Us, that was kind of weird. Like, why is he talking about it? Like, yes, he
didn't even tell us about it, though.
Like, he knows about it. He's like, oh, Naughty Dog's working really hard. Yeah, but Naughty Dog's will come out and say, we changed the engine to do this. So now when you're playing, this will happen.
Yeah.
Because we designed it that way. Sean may know a lot of things about the game, but he might, but I don't think he's like, okay, they use this engine for this reason. We did this dynamic for this. We changed
These
the
are
lighting.
distinctive changes between the first game and the second game.
Like, we realized in The Last of Us 1, this happened too often. We switched it to this.
Rose also pointed out Sony's far ahead. Just to play it safe. It's not like there's any options besides that. When you're ahead doing something big, is it risky? Or she's basically saying they didn't want to take a risk because they're already ahead. Here's the thing: as Xbox people who were ahead the entire last generation console, that's what Xbox did, and look where we are now. You should never stop innovating. You never, and that's why everyone, even people who don't play Microsoft, this is the thing. This is why, even though I never owned a PlayStation, I've only played PlayStation games with friends at their houses, with cousins at their houses, right? I always want PlayStation to be doing great. I want Microsoft to be doing great. I want EA, Bethesda, Square. I want everyone to be doing great, because when they're doing great, everyone else is forced to step their shit up.
And honestly, in defense of Xbox, because I understand the risking aspect, because they did risk a lot with the Xbox One, they kind of blew it. But I'll defend them in the sense of, are we buying physical games anymore? No. When's the last time you bought a used game?
Yeah, if the Xbox, not to get too much, because I want to stick with myself, but if the PS Vita and the Xbox One got released this year or last year, be great, be everything.
And I think that's my thing. I think I think there is a point to say that you are in front, you are on top. There's no need to risk something and ruin what you have. But at the same time,
else now. What is this?
At the same time, I don't think Sony could do anything risky. You already have all the consoles.
We're getting gameplay. We're getting gameplay of this now too. And this is it, right? They didn't tell anyone until the end. They should have had people on stage being like, "Hey, I'm the developer of whatever, blah blah blah. After the show, stick around. We're gonna do a live gameplay demo with us." 10 seconds of that.
I think that's my only issue. Again, it's not that anything is bad, and I understand all of the political or risk-taking aspects. But I think for me, it's just, we're here to see a show. At least put some type of effort to put one on.
I think she meant to say isn't risky.
Yeah, but big is it risky? Sony's far ahead, but they just have to play it safe. It's not like there's any options besides that. When you're ahead doing something big, is it risky?
Isn't risky.
Yeah, isn't. Okay, so I meant to say isn't risky. The Kinect isn't risky. You're still for. That's fine, but there's still no risk. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I'm just disappointed with, again. We started with EA, which made me fuck, I hate this industry right now. This is how I felt the last year. It's god damn it. This is no one's learned anything. You get fine, free DLC for Battlefield, sure. You're fixing the mistake that affects you, not the mistake that affects us. So did you learn anything? I don't know. And then we got into day one. We had Microsoft and Bethesda. And it felt like a renaissance. This is I felt like I was 15. I was watching Halo Reach get revealed at E3. I have never felt this way about E3, and that I felt yesterday.
And
years.
I think
this feels like more of the same.
I think that is I think this just not in the sense of companies or games. If someone were to watch our streams, compare reactions through all of the conferences, I think this would be our least excited. Now, great, that could be a time thing, that could be a whatever. We've had a long day, long 2 days, but I think. Though we freaked out in Ubisoft a little bit. We were like, whoa, that's so cool, that's so interesting. And this, it was okay, you did what you had. You just did what you had to do.
Yeah.
You came out and you showed us all the things that you announced, and then kind of moved on.
Did a little bit more.
We already knew all this.
So I think that's the only issue of when you had games like Microsoft showed, like was Battletoads coming to both consoles, sure, but they showed Battletoads. At least they had all these kind of, or like CD Projekt Red, they had Cyberpunk. Like there was a little bit of a show to it. It was fun.
Yeah.
It was interesting. So I think that was my takeaway.
Yeah. My biggest thing is that like you could have did this and at least brought devs on stage, brought someone on stage. It goes back to the Ubisoft. My biggest problem and the parts that made Ubisoft great and the parts that made Bethesda great were the human connections we shared on stage. And the person playing the instrument I've never seen in my life before doesn't connect with me. The person playing the banjo, because we never seen anything, like, we never heard that song out of the game before or anything like that, doesn't connect with me. Like, that's the thing. They didn't take time to connect with the audience. It's again, maybe we're, like you said, maybe, like Rose, maybe you said, we are hung up on the showmanship. Maybe we are. But I think this is a very important part of doing a conference.
Agreed.
You have to connect with the community like the Ubisoft did.
Yeah. If I had to give it a number,
is that Kojima? was that Kojima on the last?
I think if I had to give it a number for me, what was it? So 8.5 was Microsoft.
8.5 was Microsoft.
8 was
Ubisoft. 10 was Bethesda. 4 was Square Enix.
I think it's above Ubisoft just purely out of content, but maybe like a 8.
But that's subjective. Because what if you didn't give a shit about Spider-Man?
Yeah, maybe like a 7 then. I think everyone else. I have to respect the effort that others put in. I think you have to do that. I think because again, to me, I think the way Sony came across to me is Sony knew they had these good games, and everyone else knew they had.
Brandon says, me personally, the people coming on stage is the worst part. It can be, but that when it's done not right. But if you're only on stage for 30 seconds just to say we're doing this post show here, that's fine. If you're gonna add something, that's fine. Most of the time they don't add anything. That's the problem. They just tell you the thing you're seeing. But they don't have to do. I don't know. Bert.
What am I talking about here?
What
about people coming on stage?
No, well, if you want to, but score and why? Score and why?
Yeah. I would say definitely. This began pretty slow for me, like in the beginning, and it was a little shaky with kind of like the transitions and stuff. So like as a conference, I would say it was probably about like 7.5 for me.
Oh, yeah, and I think we have to again reiterate. It isn't the subject because the subject will always change.
But also, like,
isn't the subjectivity of it? Isn't the games like? Because every game's gonna affect someone different.
I wasn't like I loved the Spider-Man game, but like it's exciting to see some of this stuff, but like it didn't like wow me.
I could have watched it on YouTube. Like you could just watch it on YouTube.
Yeah, I wasn't wowed.
Experience.
I think that's I think that's a good way of explaining it is was watching a conference worth your time?
Was watching a conference any more entertaining and or informative? And it was neither in this case.
I think that's how I held it. I think to me is a conference is yes to see the games you like, but I think there's also did you come out of it with something that you wanted to see? And I think I remember watching Bethesda and I go, wow, I was glad I watched that. I watched Microsoft, I was glad I watched it. With Ubisoft, even we react like it was okay.
Yeah.
But with this one,
I enjoyed watching it more than reading about it on Facebook later.
Like with this one, if we had missed this, I don't think I would have minded if we had missed it.
Are we doing Nintendo? So none of us can take off tomorrow. So I doubt I'm going to be able to avoid all the spoilers on social media, or else I would do a live VOD reaction recorded and then just put it up afterwards. But honestly, knowing all the knowing how much I have to be on social media for my extended jobs, I don't think I'm going to be able to avoid this stuff. So we won't be.
Perhaps
we'll probably do it as a podcast discussion. If anything, we'll do it for Power Cycle.
Or perhaps maybe you can just like write up some tweets or something. Yeah, maybe.
If you want to follow us, I'll definitely post about it. But if you want video content of like a full discussion, we'll probably just be Power Cycle.
Yeah, maybe Power Cycle might be the place.
Power Cycle podcast. It'll be our next topic.
But I think that's how I compare the conferences. Is if I had woken up the next day and missed it, would I have really cared? And I think I really enjoyed watching Bethesda.
I speak for the trees.
I enjoyed watching Bethesda.
It looks like a Dr. Seuss thing.
And I enjoyed.
It looks like Horton or something.
And I enjoyed watching Microsoft. And I think if I had missed this, I would have been okay. I would have been okay. I would have been okay with that. There wasn't anything like, oh shit, I missed that.
Yeah. I think you summed up a lot of my thoughts here. Again, it's about subject. Again, I'm gonna say if we're like with Bethesda, I'll tell you right now. If we're going subjectively, what I think, how much I enjoyed seeing what was on screen, give it like an 88.5, right? Like would give Ubisoft a 9. But if we're talking about a conference where, again, it's these three pillars of it's this board, it's this investor meeting for the investors that are the gamers, our quote unquote investors. It's the selling, it's the salesmanship, and it's the showmanship all together that comes together to be this celebration, which is what E3 is supposed to be. I think they really miss their mark. I'm gonna have to give it a 6. It wasn't like, here's the thing, it's not bad. It wasn't Square Enix where it was bad and they missed marks, but I'm gonna have to give it like a 6 because it's like maybe a 6.5 because it's like what did you like again like we read on nothing we saw like Square Enix. If we just read about it on Facebook or we just watched the trailers on YouTube individually, we got the same experience. This is the same exact thing.
Yeah, and I think that's a good way of describing it. I think it's just it's to me it's putting away the subjectivity of what games you like and just time, showmanship. To me, at least, and I think that's the way of looking at conferences. I think just look at games. I think if we knew Sony was going to win that, I think people just had the most games that people were curious about. Yeah. But again, I think to me, I have to respect the effort that other companies have to work harder to sell their things, and I think I have to respect those efforts just as much as
I'm not even thinking about that. Like even if this was the first conference, maybe I would have given it a 7.
Yeah.
But I still would be having these same problems. I'd still be like, I don't know. So what did you give it?
I think I gave like a 7.5.
7.5. Yeah. Okay, and I gave it a 6, so that averages out to a 6.5, 7. We'll call it a 7. So our final ratings for E3. We started off EA. We didn't rate EA because we weren't here, but we all agreed it's probably a 4.
Yeah, it wasn't very
good. Trash. I gave it a 5, I guess. It was better than Square Enix.
Yeah, I agree.
Microsoft came in, clocked in at an 8.5. Bethesda clocked in at a perfect 10 out of 10. We started this morning off with Square Enix, who clocked in at a 4. Ubisoft clocking in, averaging in at 8, and this averaging at a 7.
That's
so right now Bethesda takes it. I doubt Nintendo can get a 10. I don't think Nintendo can get a 10.
Yeah,
they have to come out here with some. I have to see. Goddamn, it came to the words. I gotta see F-Zero. I gotta see Samus. There's gotta be gameplay. They gotta be guaranteed coming out next year. Like Smash has to have like a huge roster.
Mario Party remaster.
Mario Party remaster / a traditional Mario Party. And like they gotta really do some shit that they basically have said they don't want to do to really get me to give them a 10.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it. So.
Again, here's the thing I want to bring up because we didn't see it. We're not seeing it now. Does Spyro show up in Nintendo Switch?
It might, maybe.
I don't think so. You don't think so?
No.
You can say it.
I don't think so, but I doubt it, but maybe.
Okay. Well, we have a game of Mario Party to finish.
We do.
We have to. So
set that up. We'll be right back.
Yeah, we'll be right back. The intense finale.
Oh God.
No, keep going over the mouth.